lost to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Sheds him off at the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working from the gun, Lance. James has got it, complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Sermon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's a give to Mixon. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. This defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the right side, this is Sermon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Lance now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 79 yards. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that's out quickly to Chase. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals, nothing.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to... And got his man complete! And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Sermon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Lance going to throw. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 8. Running left, it's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Cincinnati. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 4. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Niners would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first step.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Cincinnati. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He's going to go up top again, and that is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. I know he ain't got it. Hurry, 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On play action, Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, it's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and goal. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. To throw here. And this one is incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, Lance. And, it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll go with a keeper. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Ayuk open right side. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Lance. His throw incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 30. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Lance now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And it's caught. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss on the play, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Sly on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Carlton Davis picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
It got his man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
McPherson now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this will be caught at the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,